The world is a messed up place. I know, we've all heard that before, but have you taken a good look at the world that we live in today?
Recently launching some of its biggest strikes since the beginning of its full-scale invasion. The White House says Russia now has a new weapon, North Korean ballistic missiles.
It can be scary to think about. With so much hatred, anger, aggression, what's the world going to look like in the future? So where do you go to escape? For some, it may be a peaceful place, like a waterfall in a forest or in an open field. Maybe you don't go to a place, but rather to a person, like your family or your friends. Or maybe you turn to a hobby or fun activity, like gaming. For the longest time, I always viewed gaming as something that was scary or should be avoided. Many of the most well-known games that have come out in recent years seem to cater towards a more mature audience. Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto 5, Mortal Kombat, many of these games feature violence to a huge degree, something that I was trying to avoid in the world. No joke, the first time I ever played Grand Theft Auto 5, I followed the law to a T, because I didn't want to anger or hurt anyone, fictional or not. When it comes to the types of games I would play in my childhood, the first ones that come to mind are SpongeBob licensed games, Disney Infinity, Little Big Planet, and of course, Minecraft. These games had nothing graphic or intense about them. If anything, the most graphic game I played was Battle for Bikini Bottom. But as time went on, I began to feel as though I was missing out on certain games because of this fear. If gaming was an escape, I was limiting myself. That's why last year I challenged myself to play different types of games that I usually wouldn't. Many of these games were ones that I thought were forbidden from playing, until I realized that I'm an adult, with adult money, and can just buy the games anyway. So here's a few of those games that helped shape my understanding of 2023.
That was a nice lift back there. But you got a lot to learn.
Crap!
You stick with me and I'll teach you a few things.
Right at the start of the year, I finished the Uncharted series. Before the channel was created, I knew that I wanted to tackle some well-known franchise and figured that Uncharted would be the best place to start. The stories are great, the characters are well written, and I've covered 2 of the games so far, but I wanted to reflect mostly on the way Uncharted helped me get out of my comfort zone. For the most part, I'm willing to try new things, especially when there isn't any risk. But when it came to creating this channel, I was worried that it might not work. That it might not click with anyone. But after going through each game, I began to notice the way that Nathan Drake would face each game. There weren't obstacles in his way, just stepping stones towards his goal. After reflecting on that, I knew that Uncharted would be a place where my channel began. In fact, I fell in love with the game so much that I picked up this. It's the ring that's in the game, and yes, it's a bit nerdy, but I honestly fell in love with the quote on it. Sic parvis magna, greatness from small beginnings. I may not be the biggest channel on YouTube, but I'm happy to see that the channel is starting to form its own community. As soon as I hit launch on the channel, that's the first day that I started wearing this ring. It serves as a gentle reminder. Shortly after, I began to play what I still think should have been nominated for Game of the Year, Hi-Fi Rush.
Yep, that's me. And you're probably wondering how I ended up here.
After seeing many of the same kinds of games coming out, Hi-Fi Rush was able to help me see that there are still unique and clever ideas out there. Think about it, for so long we've been told that the graphics, pixels, weapons in a game, and online play are all so important for a game to be successful. But with Hi-Fi Rush, the developers simply created a fun and exciting game because that's what they wanted to make. There wasn't any major focus on selling big, and the game shows that. Going back to this channel for a minute, when I'm finding a topic to cover, I find ones that interest me and hopefully interest you too. Other times I just make videos because I think they'll be funny. I don't want to be so focused on the views and just want to make fun videos for everyone. Something I always keep in mind is that these videos are meant for everyone, whether you consider yourself to be a gamer or you haven't picked up a controller in years. Snap is meant to be enjoyed by everyone. Hi-Fi Rush is a game that should be played simply because it's fun, but also so you can understand the importance of being unique. Near the middle of the year, there were a lot of strange and different kinds of games that I played. I won't go through them all, but many of them were ones I've never heard of. Some of my favorites were A Short Hike, Unpacked, Transference, Firewatch, and Escape Academy. Each game had something to bring new to the table. What I loved about these kinds of games were that they didn't feel similar to each other in the slightest. Now, there were some games that just simply weren't for me. Genesis Noir looked like an incredible game, and it seemed like many really enjoyed it. It just wasn't for me. But at the end of the year, there's one last game that I played that really helped me gain a newfound appreciation for gaming as a whole. And it's also the game that inspired this video.
Are you filled with feelings of self-doubt? Do you find yourself prone to minimizing massive dilemmas? Or for allowing the smallest problems to get blown completely out of proportion? At the Pierce Institute, our patent-pending Somnosculpt technology provides safe and effective dream therapy while you rest in the comfort of our flagship clinic. Located right next to the secondary overflow parking lot at the University Medical Center. Somnosculpt will make your dreams come true.
On the surface, Superliminal is a puzzle game. It has a unique premise of taking objects and making them different sizes based on perspective. But what really hooked me in was the lesson it was trying to tell. At first, it seems as though you know everything that's happening. There might be something new to learn about, but for the most part, you can always rely on picking up an object and making it a different size to help you solve the puzzle. Only, as the game goes on, you begin to notice that the puzzles aren't at all how they were before. New mechanics are introduced and you have to learn how to adapt to them. You're not given an option. Quite frankly, the same can be said about life. No one knows exactly how life works. There isn't a correct way to live your life. It can be overwhelming at times, thinking that you're falling behind in where you should be in life. Like I said at the start of this video, the world is a messed up place. With so much anger and hatred, it can be easy to think that our escapes are what we need just to survive. But I want to look at this from a different way. Your escapes, whether it's gaming or reading or art or whatever, they're not escapes. They're what make you who you are. I'm not saying that gaming has changed my life, but it has encouraged me to try new things, make new friends, and open up doors that I never thought would have been there to begin with. Your escapes are not escapes. They're you. They're what make you unique and different in this crazy world. If you want to draw, then draw. If you want to make a video game, make a video game. Stop letting others and your surroundings limit who you are and who you can become. It took me a long time to figure that out, but I'm glad that I finally did. The games I've played this year helped me to see that. And I'm looking forward to seeing what next year has to teach me. This has been a video that I've been wanting to make for a while, and I figured since we're nearing the end of the year, now would be the perfect time for this reflection. Of course, I played other games than the ones I mentioned in this video, so in the comments below, let's just keep it casual. What was a game you played recently that made you view something in a different way? There's many out there, and I'm always looking for suggestions. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this video, and remember to chase the chaos.